welcome to a new series here on our YouTube yoga channel. It's called Embodied Flows and Flowy Embodiments, so definitely less traditional than you're used to. So if you don't like a lot of free-form pelvic-based movements, you might not like this. But if you're at all curious, I encourage you to stick around for the next 30 minutes. I'll have 4 different classes with 4 different playlists, and I highly recommend going along with the music I'm listening. It will make a lot more sense and help you get into your body a lot. So, embodied flows, I'm going to share this statement that my favorite yoga teacher, Kayla Nielsen, said, and that's kind of the inspiration for this series. To move in an embodied state with no conditioning or concern for alignment. Listening to your body's immediate needs versus what your ego thinks a yoga practice should look like. So we're going to close our eyes, we're going to listen to music. It's going to be fairly repetitive, but it just gives you a chance to explore your body. And I'll recommend some poses and make like a basic template for you, but please feel free to explore and do your own thing along the way. So let's see, we're going to start with the playlist. Make sure it's off shuffle, and it's called Embodied 1. And I'll link it below, but my Spotify username is Molly Jones. It's my maiden name. So pull that up or follow the link. And it starts with Deep Forest. And when I say 3, we'll start that together. So 1, 2, 3. So go ahead and start in a child's pose. Bring our legs really narrow, sit your hips onto your heels. And then tuck your chin into your chest so the crown of your head is resting on the mat. Prop up onto your elbows. You can interlace your fingers or spread them in front of you. Close your eyes down and just breathe. Even in this constricted position, find your breath making its way through your nostrils, the back of your throat, into your lungs. Let your low back space inflate, and then slowly out again. Let your shoulders drop from your ears. And then start to find a really easeful rock of your hips from side to side. So we're in this kind of rabbit child's pose variation. Start to make those sways of your hips side to side a little bigger. Maybe your glutes and hamstrings fall off of your heels towards the mat. So like I said, this is going to be a fairly repetitive class. We'll have about 6 or 7 different postures that we work through, but feel free to move in a different way that suits you. So start to rise up into kneeling. Stack your shoulders over your hips, and then take those little sways side to side. Place your hands on your pelvis, on your hip bones, and see if you can just isolate the movement there first. Just bringing your hips side to side. Might be a small movement. You can move in a circle as well. That feels really good. And then start to let the movement rise up into your rib space. So if you're moving into those circles, let your ribs go in the opposite direction of your hips. If you feel like you have the hang of it, you can take your hands off, but I think it's a nice little tactile cue. Switch directions. And if you want, you can get your head and neck involved too. So your head and neck will move in the same direction as your hip bone, whereas your ribs move in the opposite direction. Feel like you're a tornado here. Again, close your eyes down. Start to tune into what your body is telling you it needs. Fun fact, I do have COVID, and today I was going to film like strong and sweaty classes, and yesterday I just was getting the worst back aches from it, and I would rest and then I would come in here, and these little pelvic movements is what my body needed, and it's what felt really good. So that's why we're doing this today instead. Take one more inhale, grow your spine really tall. And then stretch your arms out in front of you. Find a really long stance tabletop. And just shift your hips back and forth, sending weight over your fingers and then back towards your heels. Start to create little undulations with your spine. So on an inhale, you'll curl your glutes down towards the back of your knees. Let your low back inflate, mid back, upper back as you shift your weight forward. Drop your pelvis down to the mat, coming towards a high cobra pose. You can keep your toes tucked or untucked. And then exhale, initiate from your sit bones. Reach them back towards your heels. Let your heart melt towards the mat. And then inhale, curl your glutes towards the back of your knees, round into your spine, send your weight forwards. And then exhale, sit your hips back towards your heels. One more time, roll, unfurl your spine forwards. And find your way into this high cobra pose. Shift your hips side to side, let one shoulder slide in front of the other, and vice versa. Curl your heel in towards your glutes, bend your knees, and then let your feet fall over to the right. Let your pelvis and chest open to the left. Keep both hands planted. Big breath in, and then exhale, move the other way, hips open to the right, feet drop to the left. Big breath in, and exhale. So just start to move side to side, right and left. Let's do one more in each direction. So feet over to the right. Press through both hands, and then feet over to the left. Good. Plant through your hands, tuck your toes, rise up into plank, and then walk your feet to the top of your mat. Find Uttanasana, forward fold. Let your arms hang heavy like zombie arms, and then let the sway of your hips create a zigzag shape that lifts your body all the way to standing. Your shoulders and your neck are the last thing to stack. Keep that sway in your hips and let it lead you. Let your arms, the weight of your arms, guide you back down to a forward fold. Slight bend in one knee at a time. Start to rise again. Create those zigzag shapes with your hips. And then exhale, the weight of your hands draws you back down. Let's do one more of those. Exhale back down. And then inhale, press through your feet. Roll up your spine. standing Tadasana. Inhale, reach your right arm overhead, bend your left knee slightly, take a back stroke. So we're opening through our chest, rotating through our thoracic spine. Inhale, reach your left hand up as you straighten your left knee and bend into your right knee as your left hand sweeps behind you. So taking these back strokes like you're moving through honey, really slow and gentle. Feel how something as simple like this can really incorporate your whole body. Our breath in reaches our hand high. Our breath out reaches our hand behind us. Good, your next breath in reaches your right hand high, reaches your right knee high, and then step your right foot to the back of the mat. Find your warrior two shape. In your warrior two, inhale, sweep your left arm back. Your right arm slides down your right leg, reverse warrior. And then inhale, straighten into reverse triangle. Exhale, bend your left knee, reverse warrior. Inhale, straighten. Stretch long between your fingertips and your heel. Exhale, bend. Inhale one more time. Big side body stretch. Exhale, bend into your warrior two. This time, inhale, reverse warrior, left arm overhead, right arm behind your back. So your hands are moving in opposite directions. And exhale, sweep your hands, lean forward, extended side angle. So now your right bicep is framing your right ear. Your left arm comes in front of your belly. So we're gonna sway into these nice arm movements. Inhale into reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Try not to lean your elbow onto your knee. Instead, stay strong through the leg and let your upper body find some freedom of movement. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, lean back. Look up. Exhale, torso shifts forward, switch your arms. Good, inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, step to the top of the mat, Tadasana. Inhale, left arm reaches high, left knee reaches high. Exhale, step back to your warrior two shape. Inhale, reverse warrior, left hand down, your leg, right arm overhead. Exhale, stay. Sink into your right knee. Inhale, straighten your right knee, reverse triangle. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, sink. One more. Inhale, side body stretch. Exhale, sink. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Switch your arms. We'll do about 5 of these. Inhale. Exhale. Right arm in front of the belly. Inhale, left hand behind your back, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale. Exhale, reach your left fingertips long. One more. Reverse warrior. Breathe out, side angle. Good. Step to the top of your mat and lower down into tabletop. Hips stacked over your knees, shoulders stacked over your wrists. And just start to find some really, really intuitive movements of your pelvis. So it might look funky, just close your eyes and feel. We're going to get into a lot of pelvic movement. And to kind of encourage that, let's pick a spot on your body. So I kind of like to pick my tailbone. And we're going to create alphabet shapes with our tailbone. So create the letter A. And this kind of just shows you all the ways, move on to B, that your body can move, that we don't even think about. Create the letter C. I'm doing lowercase. And then circle around, extend it to find D. Nice rotational movements to make it an E. F. So keep going through the alphabet here. Again, that's just a suggestion. If you want to move into whatever your body is telling you, feel free. But this is kind of fun. makes you move into little like nooks and crannies that you probably don't explore very often. And just move with the rhythm of the song as well. Might feel silly, just close your eyes, no one's watching you. Feels so good for your low back. And on O, create a big circle. P, tilt your tailbone to the sky, tuck it back underneath you and circle around. Let's do the opposite for Q. I almost forgot what was after Q, it's definitely R, here we go. And then S is gonna feel really good. No rush if you're not on the same letter, that's fine. X, cross your hips. Y, and then Z. So if you have time, if you're done with the alphabet, just either circle back through it or take a simple cat-cow, take some barrel rolls of your chest. Good. Finish up a couple more. And then for one song in each of these flows, we're going to have free movement. So we have about 3 or 4 minutes to revisit any of those shapes that felt good. Find anything else if you want to move into a down dog, if you want to come back up to standing, if you want to just lay in child's pose or shavasana, take that. So we have 3 minutes of free movement. So close your eyes and just embody your body. I'm probably going to take some gentle shapes today. Like I said, I'm not feeling 100%, but if you want to stand and dance around, that is a wonderful option. You don't have to stay on your mat. You can extend your leg out long. Let your breath be the guide to open you and then close you. A few more moments, a few more breaths in your free movement. About 30 seconds left. not sure what to do, revisit some of those early shapes we took, either kneeling or in your kind of up dog cobra position. All of us, I want us to find our way to Ujjasana, kneeling, sitting our hips onto our heels. And continue that gentle movement side to side or in a circle. I'm going to start to cool down here. Start with bigger shapes and gradually make them smaller. Stretch your right fingertips out to the side. Inhale, sweep your left arm overhead. Inhale, cactus your left arm. Peel your left shoulder to the sky. Exhale, close it off. Touch your left hand to your right knee. Inhale, cactus your arm up. Exhale, close it off. Big twist. Last one, breathe in. Expand. Breathe out. Good. Stretch your left fingertips out to the side. Inhale, sweep your right arm overhead. Inhale, inflate your right lung. Exhale, stay ground through your right sit bone. Breathe in, cactus your right arm. Look up towards the sky. Big heart opener. Exhale, right hand closes off and touches left knee. Breathe in, open, expand. Exhale, close. One more. Good. Walk your fingertips in front of you. Move into upward facing dog. And again, just find some sway of your hips to begin with. And drop your feet over to the side like we did earlier. And then start to move towards more stillness. Inhale, unfurl your spine, look up towards the sky. Exhale, lower down onto your elbows, find Sphinx pose. Rock your weight from one elbow and then the other. Close your eyes and find stillness. Lower down so your forehead rests onto the back of your hands. Release your low back. On your next breath in, draw your right knee up towards your right elbow. Find a half frog. Let your inner right thigh sink heavier and closer to the mat. Walk your arms over to the right. Stretch your left fingertips long in the opposite direction of your left hip. One more full breath in. Full breath out, release back to crocodile pose. Rest your forehead on your hands. Extend your right leg back behind you. Next breath in, draw your left knee up towards your left elbow, half frog. can melt and relax a little bit more. Always feel free to use a prop underneath your pelvis to lift you up higher. And then inhale, stretch your arms long out to the left. And see how much you can expand the space between each rib on the right side for 3 breaths. More inhale. Exhale. Come back to crocodile. Rest your forehead on your hands. Extend your left leg behind you. Find gentle sways here. Rocking your hips left and right. Option to stay here in crocodile or press your hands, stitch your hips back into child's pose. Just how we started. See if you can stay in your body for a few more moments. These embodied flows are such a beautiful way to really be in tune with your practice. So we're not just going through the motions, we're paying attention. We're letting the practice wash through us, through all the movements, all the breath, all the paying attention, all the focus, the embodiment we did for the past 30 minutes. We let the practice wash over us right now, letting it settle, letting it calm and slow down. And then we let the practice wash away from us, carrying us into the rest of our day, into the rest of our week with more embodiment, more presence, more gratitude. Option to stay where you are. Otherwise, come meet me in a seated posture, legs crossed. Hands on your body, close your eyes down. We'll take one more breath in together. Let it fill you all the way. One breath out. Hands meet at heart center. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. And together we say, Namaste. All right, guys, thank you for joining me. I know that was really mellow and different and incorporated your pelvis a whole lot, but I think it feels so good. It just it feels natural. It's what your body wants to do, or at least what my body wants to do. So hope you liked it. If you did, the other 3 classes will be similar. We'll do different poses, but again, I'll give you some guidelines, but also give you freedom to move in what space your body is telling you. So yeah, if you liked it, please share with others. Please subscribe so you see the next videos, and I will see you next time.